Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 5 English lesson on Thesaurus skills. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English language arts. We're doing grade 5. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of Thesaurus skills. All right. So in our previous lesson, we did dictionary skills. And we spoke about what we need to look at when we, for example, look for certain words in a dictionary. And we said that when we look at words in a dictionary, we have guide words, right? And guide words is the first word on the page as well as the last word on that specific page. That two words, it's the guide words that will guide you when looking for specific words, when looking for a specific word or words. Any other words that you'll find in between those guide words, they are in alphabetical order. And of course, a dictionary is in alphabetical order, A to Z. And then the guide words will be, first page as well as on the the first word on the page, the last word on the page, and every other word in between will be alphabetical order. So now we're going to be talking about the thesaurus skills. And with the skills, the skills, it's also alphabetical order, right? And it also has guide words. But if we compare the skills to dictionary skills, for example, with the dictionary skills, you look specifically for a word as well as the meaning of the word. And then they will basically give you a list of different meanings of that specific word. Because with one word, right, let's say, for example, we look for a word, meat, for example, and then we'll find different words, or let's say different definitions of that one word, meat. and it will be written in number forms. So the word, the meaning, as well as an example of how to use it. But now, when it comes to thesaurus skills, we're going to find out how we can use thesaurus skills, right? And then at the end of this lesson, we're going to compare thesaurus skills to dictionary skills. All right, so our chapter is thesaurus skills. Our subject is English language arts. We're doing grade 5. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of thesaurus skills is to use thesaurus entries. All right. So when it comes to thesaurus skills, a thesaurus, right, it lists synonyms. And these are words with the same meaning or almost the same meaning, sorry. So when it comes to thesaurus skills, right? So if you are not, so if a word is not familiar, right, then the synonyms within the thesaurus can help you to understand it better. It's the same like with dictionary skills, right? With dictionary skills, they give you more than one meaning, right? So for example, if one meaning doesn't make sense, you can look at the other meaning. If that one doesn't make sense, you can look at the next meaning. And then they also give you an example of how to use it, and that means that if you're not familiar with that meaning, then the example will at least show you how you can use it within a sentence. So that is the same with the thesaurus. Thesaurus, it lists synonyms. Synonyms are words with the same meaning, or it's words with almost the same meaning. And if you're not familiar with the word, right, just like I mentioned earlier, if you're not familiar with the word, you will have a list of synonyms in which there will at least be one word that you will be familiar with. And that word will at least give you an idea of, oh, so this is what the word is. Because now there's another word that is similar to that word. You might not really know the proper meaning of it, but at least it's a word that is similar to that word that you know or that you've heard of. And then at least you know that, okay, this is what it means. All right. So now we're going to look at an example. We're going to look at an example of a thesaurus entry, right? And then we're going to go to aplusstudents.ca, and then we are going to look at more examples before we do our test. All right. So look at this word. We have the word adorn, right? This is an example of a thesaurus entry. We have adorn, right? So adorn is the word. All right. And then we have the word adorn, right? That is the word. So with the thesaurus entries, they give you the word, they give you the part of speech. So now the part of speech meaning of adorn is a verb. It's an action, right? So adorn is a verb, or another word is it's an action. And the definition of adorn is it is to decorate. So adorn is the word, it's a verb, and the meaning of adorn is to decorate. And now the synonyms, right? Words with the same meaning or almost the same meaning. The synonyms of adorn is it is to decorate, it is to dress up, it's an ornament, right? That is adorn. So now, if you look at the word adorn, right? We see the part of speech, it's a verb, it means to decorate. And the words that with a similar meaning or almost the same meaning is to decorate. So adorn, it's also to decorate, it's also to dress up, also means to adorn, right? An ornament, sorry. So now, if you look at the question that is being asked, now the question is, which might you adorn? So, which might you adorn? Here is you need to choose from this answer. Which might you adorn? Is it some colored pencils or an outfit? Which might you adorn? Is it some colored pencils or an outfit? Means to decorate, to dress up, ornament. So, which might you adorn? Right? Which might you decorate? Is it some colored pencil or an outfit? All right, and something that you might adorn, you might want to decorate, we can say yes is an outfit. So the answer is an outfit. Because remember, adorn, it's a verb, it's an action. So which means that we can maybe say it is to dress up, right? It's something that you're doing. So something that you might decorate, right? We might say it is an outfit. So well done. An outfit is correct. All right. So now we're going to aplusstudents.ca and we're going to the lesson where we're going to use thesaurus skills. All right. And now, once again, we see that a thesaurus, right? It lists synonyms, which are words with the same meaning or words with almost the same meaning, right? That is a thesaurus. And if a word is not familiar, like if you're not familiar with a certain word, then the synonyms within that thesaurus can help you to understand it better because there will maybe be a specific word that you might know or that you might be familiar with. It might not be that exact word that is given, but within the synonyms, you might maybe have one word that might be familiar, that you might be familiar with. All right. So now we're going to look at a few entries, right? We're going to look at a few thesaurus entries and then we're going to our test. The first one says, look at these thesaurus entries. We have the word alibi. So we have the word alibi, and alibi is a noun. So part of speech, remember when it comes to thesaurus entries, they give you the word and then they also give you the part of speech. And the definition of alibi, right, is it is a reason why someone could not have committed a criminal act, an alibi. And the words, let's say the synonyms, which is words with the same meaning or almost the same meaning, it's words like defense, excuse, and an explanation. So if you look at the word alibi, the meaning of, let's not even the meaning, if you look at the word alibi, here we have the synonyms, right? There should at least be one of that words that you might be familiar with. Alibi. Another word that is the same or similar to alibi is a defense, an excuse, an explanation. Sorry. All right. So if we look at the synonyms, right? Firstly, the definition is a reason why someone could not have committed an act or criminal act. And the synonyms is defense, excuse, and explanation. So now, which is an example of an alibi? And if we look at the meaning of that word, right? It says an alibi doesn't mean, which could be an example of an alibi. Is it lying to a friend about the reason you couldn't do something, or being in another state when a crime took place? An alibi. Which could be an example of an alibi? Is it lying to a friend about the reason you couldn't do something, number one, or being in another state when a crime took place, number two? Which one is the meaning or an example of an alibi? And if we were to look at the meaning or an example of an alibi, then we would say the example of an alibi is being in another state when a crime took place. That is an alibi. Because if you're lying to a friend about the reason you couldn't do something, that is not an alibi. Because remember, an alibi is you need to come up with an excuse or an explanation or defense as to why you could not have committed that criminal act. Meaning, I was not in the state, I was in a different state, I was in a different city, I was not here. You need to come up with an explanation. All right, and then we're going to the next one. The next one says, look at this thesaurus entries. We have maximum, right? Maximum is the word. So maximum is the word. The part of speech, of maximum is adjective. So maximum is the word and it is an adjective, right? The definition of maximum is the most possible. And the synonyms of maximums, right? Words with the same meaning or almost the same meaning as maximum is best, greatest, most. So once again, our word, our thesaurus entry is maximum. That is our word. The part of speech is it's an adjective. The definition is it means the most possible. And the synonym of maximum is best, greatest, or most. So now the question is, which is going at maximum speed? Which is going at maximum speed? Is it a car going as fast as it can go, or a car going really fast? Maximum speed. Maximum. What does maximum speed mean? Does it mean option one, a car going as fast as it can go? Or option two, a car going really fast? Maximum. All right, then if we were to choose, sorry, which is going at maximum speed, then yes, we can choose option one. Option one that says a car going as fast as it can go. Because remember, if something goes at maximum speed, right, then it means that it's a car that can go as fast as it can go at a maximum speed, not a car going really fast. Because a car that goes really fast, yes, maybe his maximum speed is not just going fast. For example, it's not just going whatever amount that is driving, but maximum speed is if you're going as fast as you can go. All right, let's look at the last one, and our then we're going to our test. Here we have, oh, this one is already this one is the same. Okay, let's go to our test because alibi is the same. All right, so now we're going to our test, right? It says use thesaurus entries. Our word is perpetual. That is the word, perpetual. And the part of speech of perpetual is an adjective. So perpetual is an adjective. So it's like describing a noun or telling us about the noun. And the definition of perpetual means unending, occurring repeatedly. So it is unending, occurring repeatedly. And the synonyms of perpetual, right? The words with the same meaning or almost the same meaning is ceaseless, constant, continuous, non-stop, or permanent. If you look at those words, right, with the same meaning or almost the same meaning, which is perpetual? Is it option one, a rock, or option two, ocean tides? Something that is unending and occurring repeatedly. Option one, a rock, or option two, ocean tides. So we need to say which is perpetual, a rock or ocean tides. All right, and the meaning, sorry, sorry, and which is perpetual, we can say it's option two. Because remember, with ocean tides, it is constant, it is continuous, it is ongoing. It goes on and on and on. The waves comes and it wave and the wave goes. So option two is correct. Alibi, right, is a word. It is a noun. The definition of an alibi is a reason why someone could not have committed a criminal act. That is an alibi. And the synonyms of alibi is defense, excuse, or explanation. We now need to say which is an example of an alibi. Is it option one, witnessing a robbery and then reporting it? Or option two, being in another state when a crime took place? Which is an example of an alibi? All right, and if we were to choose the correct option, then we can say being in a state or in another state when a crime took place. So we have illustrious. Is it illustrious? And it's an adjective. And the definition of that word is having impressive skills or rank. So having impressive skills or rank. And the definition of illustrious is having impressive skill or rank. And the synonym of those words, and the synonym of that word illustrious is celebrated, Famous, popular, renowned, respected. And if we look at that word illustrious, who is more likely to be described as illustrious? Is it option one, an unknown author, or option two, a well known scientist? Having impressive skills or rank? Option one or option two? So, an option one or option two? Illustrious, having impressive skill or rank, celebrated, famous, popular, renowned, respected. Who is more likely to be described as illustrious? An unknown author, or a well known scientist? Who is more likely to be described as illustrious? And if we were to choose the correct option, all right, so everybody says option one, some says option two. Remember, it says celebrated, someone that's famous, popular, renowned, respected, having impressive skill or rank, illustrious. And if we were to choose the correct, it's number two. Because remember, it is having impressive skill or rank, right? So which means that it must be someone well known because it is celebrated, it is famous, right? So, sorry, we'll go with option two, all right? A well known scientist. We'll go with option two. All right, look at the thesaurus entry. Disrupt, disrupt. It's a verb, and the definition of that verb is to interrupt. So, disrupt is to interrupt, right? And the synonyms of disrupt is to bother, it is to disturb, or it is to trouble. So now If disrupt is to interrupt, to bother, disturb, or to trouble, which might disrupt your sleep? Option one, a loud noise, or option two, night time, which might disrupt your sleep. And something that might disrupt your sleep, yes, option one, a loud noise might disrupt your sleep. All right, and the last one, adorn. It's a verb, decorate, and the synonym is decorate, dress up, or ornament. Which might you adorn? Some colored pencils or an outfit? This is the last one. Which might you adorn? Some colored pencils or an outfit? All right, then if we were to choose the correct option, we would choose option two. Well done. All right, so this is the end of our lesson on thesaurus skills. We said that when thesaurus skills, right, it basically lists synonyms. Synonyms are words with the same meaning or almost the same meaning as that word, right? And the different synonyms are there. For example, if you don't know a certain word, then the different synonyms will be at least there to give you an idea of what the other word might be. All right. So thank you very much, grade five, for joining the class. And I really hope that you're going to have a good day further. So till next time, goodbye.